Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to class. We are going to start standing, and we're going to be working with some chest openers, shoulder movement, that kind of thing. You probably need a strap nearby for this portion, but otherwise, I just want you to start in mountain pose. So maybe rock forward back on the feet a little bit until you find the center line of the feet, and then just kind of get a sense of how it feels to almost ground down to lift up, right? And so as soon as I do that, as soon as I really press through the four corners of my feet, and then I start to feel my whole torso getting tall, the chest lifts, but the tailbone drops for most of us so that we don't overarch in our backs. The shoulders maybe come up, roll back, and then just settle down to the side body. And then take a look at the head. Where is your head in space? The chin level, as if you were setting that chin on a table, neither pressed or lifted up or tucked down. And feel the breath for a moment here. Just take a nice deep breath in. And exhale it out. And I know last class we had technical difficulties. So if that happens again, somebody unmute and just holler at me because I don't usually look at the chat. All right, so one hand to your chest and one hand to the belly. The elbows soften back down. I'm very wiggly this morning. The legs are active, but the knees aren't locked. And I want you to feel that breath move in through the belly first, through the middle of your spine, and then all the way up to the chest. And as you exhale, the chest softens, but it doesn't cave in or drop down. And then the mid belly draws in, and then the lower belly draws in. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. Feel the long passage of the breath. And at the top of the breath, the top of that inhale, pause for a moment, right? And just see, it's almost like it's not only a lengthening exercise, but it is a widening exercise, if that makes sense to you. So as you breathe, you feel the body lengthen and get taller. You pause at the top, feel the outer ribs expanded and pressing out against the skin, and then you exhale again through the nose if possible, and feel the stature of the body stay the same, just the breath leaving, exhaling. Good, keep it up. Eyes are either open or closed, whatever feels right to you. One more right here. And exhale, let go. And let the hands come down, shake out the legs. Go ahead and grab your strap. I wasn't going to start with the strap, but I changed my mind right before class. So there you have it. Take the feet a little bit wider. The legs again are straight, the knees are soft. And take your strap, watch your buckle ends, and take it overhead, just overhead. And once you have that overhead, turn the palms in, yep, and draw the shoulders back down the back. And just kind of notice, where do you put your head again in space when the arms are overhead? A lot of times we'll start to duck the head forward. So just see how that feels. Soften the back of the knees. I have to keep saying that to remind myself. And then allow the strap to go to one side, both arms relatively straight. Inhale, center. Exhale the other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, breathe, everybody. Inhale, exhale. Arms straight, toes turned out. Maybe you go slightly wider and come into a really easy squat, just an easy squat here. Don't go super deep. Arms are still overhead. Take the strap right in front of you. Maybe shorten it just a little bit. Lengthen through the tailbone, sit back on that imaginary chair and turn to one side. So a little bit of a twist here. The arms are straight, or in particular, the arm that is reaching to that other side is straight. And come to center. Go to the other side. Center. Other side. Breathe, everybody. And center. Last one. Breathe. And center. If you went shorter, go wider again. As the arms go up, the legs straighten. It's basically 5-pointed star. Exhale behind your head, bend the knees. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Inhale, slow, slow. Exhale, take it down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, big long breaths here, everybody. And last one, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale up, take that strap in front of you. Hold on to it like you're pulling a rope and pull the strap to your chest. And pause there for a moment and see how that feels, right? It's quite interesting where the stretch is, where the head goes, what's happening in the chest. As you exhale, you're going to push the strap out and bend the knees. Inhale, pull it in, legs straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale it out. Good. 2 more. Squeeze it in, squeeze back. Exhale forward. Last one. Bring it in and out. Take the strap overhead, stand up. Good job, everybody. Let that strap go and just set that aside. Roll your shoulders. Good. Breathe. Just one arm, take it up. Reach it back and follow it, and then take it down to the back thigh. And then reach it up and take it forward to the front thigh. Just 2 more like that. Reach up, follow it, reach back, hand taps the back thigh. Inhale, exhale forward. Yep, range of motion here. Inhale, turn, look back. Inhale up, exhale it right down. Whew, good, right? So range of motion here. Other side, take it up. My palm is facing forward, but then as I turn, the palm faces back so I can tap my back thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale forward. 2 more. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Breathe. And up. Good. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale up. Turn, twist back. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Roll that out. Go wide on your mat. You can either step off mat or just turn sideways. Bend the knees again. Again, keep it soft, right? We're not going into a big, deep squat here. Take one hand to your chest. Take the other arm out. And just press the arm back without moving the shoulders. Nice tone to the belly here. Breathe. And take it forward, take it across. And open. Exhale and across. Open. Exhale and across. And release. Roll the shoulders back. Other hand, take it forward, open it. Try to keep the shoulders relatively square. And take it across. And inhale, open. Exhale it across. Last one, open. And take it across. Open both arms big and wide. Exhale, cross shoulders. Inhale, open. Exhale, try to cross the other way. Good, open. Exhale, cross. Don't overdo. Inhale. Exhale, cross. Open. Turn the palms up, stand up. Exhale it down. Whew, good job. Just take those legs together, shake them out, everybody. So we're gonna do, it's kind of, sorta, well, I won't even do kind of, sorta. Take your feet a little bit wider than your normal hips width apart. Okay, so just a little bit wider. And I want you to come into a squat if your knees allow, and just take your elbows to your knees. I just realized I had to go wider still. So I'm just 1.5 inches or so from either side of the edges of my mat. So see what feels good if those elbows are on your knees. And then turn your right palm up. Yep. And take the left arm overhead, any amount. You're leaning to the side. These are baby twists. So be mindful. And then exhale, put that left elbow back on. The left palm is face up. Take the right arm up. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift. Good. One more, both sides. Nice job. And take it up. And down. Last one. Take it up. And down. Take both hands to your knees and come on up to standing and roll it out. Good. Hopefully this is starting to feel a little bit more open. You'll probably want your blocks, so just have them where you can grab them once we get there. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale all the way down. Soft knees. Bend the knees, step back with your right leg. Go ahead and grab your blocks and place those underneath your hands. I like mine kind of at second level here. And lower your right knee to the floor. Undo the back toes. And just start with an easy lunge, right? You can take your hands to your knee. Start to feel the stretch here. Engage the back glute. All these things, you know, I say them all the time. And breathe. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, your right hand to your left knee, the left arm goes back. So we're playing with chest openers here, heart openers here. So I want you to think about the left side of the chest stretching all the way to the fingertips. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the hands are down. Lift that back knee. Find your alignment, right? Front knee, front ankle. Feel your breath tone through the belly. Leave the right hand down. Take the left hand as if you were going to take that block up to the ceiling. I want you to pull an imaginary rope up to your shoulder, elbow goes high, and take the hand up high and breathe. Notice what's going on with your back leg. Nice straightish foot. Nice fired up leg. Into a lunge twist here. Exhale, hands come down. Set both blocks to the side and step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Let's get the legs to open up a little bit. Notice where you're putting the weight of your hands. Try to spread them out. And then inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees. Reach the hips back. Not really a child's pose, but a stretch for the front body. And then curl the spine up. Release it to a nice cow pose. Flipping toes under, downward facing dog. And then look forward, step forward, right foot. You're back to a lunge. The hands come down. Maybe the blocks come into play. Breathe. And then take your hands to your knee. Open up the shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe smile just a little bit. Breathe. Try to ungrip your toes, the front toes in particular. Your left hand goes to your right knee. Your right arm reaches back, right? So opening up that chest again. You don't have to reach really far back. You can go more to the side if you're being a little bit more mindful of twisting. Breathe, everybody. And release. Hands come to your block. Blocks with an S. Lift your back knee. Your left hand stays on your block. Your right hand it's like you're pulling a cord, like you're starting up a machine or something. You're going to pull the elbow up to the ceiling and take the arm up. Find your twist. Notice your breath. That's it. And then exhale, hands come down, blocks move out of the way, step back to downward facing dog. Find your little pedal here, right? Lifting one heel and then the other heel. And then come to plank pose. Lower the knees, keep the toes flipped under if you can. Sit back, sit back, sit back, stretch out through those arms. And slide under your belly. And I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way. See how quickly it gets warm in here. So we're in a Sphinx pose here. The elbows are pretty much roughly underneath your shoulders. The tailbone lengthens down, the belly tones in. I want you to stay down on the left elbow. Take your right hand out to the side just a little bit. It's kind of just outside the shoulder. And lift up and just lean. Don't worry about anything else. I'm leaning over to my left side. And come on down. Place your right elbow back down purposefully. Release the left side. Push into the hand and just roll over to that right hip a little bit. And back down. Good. This time I want you to take your left forearm and parallel it more or less. Take the right hand out, lift, lean. Now you're on your side. See if you can stack feet. This is actually balance work. This underside ribs pull up. You can take the other arm up, press into your shoulder, press into your hand here. Stay lifted, lower down, come back to Sphinx. Parallel the right forearm. I know these are all little tricky whats. Your left hand presses. You turn onto the left side. You see if you can stack hips. Lift the arm, press the arm or the ribs away from the floor. And release. Come on back. We got one more right here. Just a little play time. Take the left arm and parallel it. Your right hand pushes, push, 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 stack, pull the ribs out. Take your top leg and either set it behind your leg, your left leg, or on top of your left leg. Yeah, right. So finding that balance, if you can, you're letting go of the right hand and you're going to put it on your thigh, just on the outside knee, I guess. Good, breathe. Fire up the leg that's on the floor. There's a whole lot going on here. You're going to release, hand to the floor, first straighten the leg, turn onto your belly, pause, parallel the right forearm, push with the left, turn to your side, stack your legs, maybe you're right there. So first choice is going to be to just bend the top leg, step behind it, pull the ribs in, or if you can, you're going to put the foot right on that inner thigh, and then you're going to take your left hand and just press your knee away. Kind of think about tree pose here, right? And release the way you came in, straighten, turn back to your belly. Whew. Come on down for a second. Bend both knees. Just squeeze them in and then release them. Press into your hands. Come to table pose. And breathe. From table pose to downward facing dog. Find your breath. Pedal it out, everybody. Step forward, right foot and left foot. Breathe. Bend your knees. Come all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Good. Just shake it out. I'm trying to decide if I want to lose the top shirt. I think so, because we are going to get a little more warmed up. Find your breath. So hopefully that all made sense to you. I'm learning that when you do kind of different things, and if you can't quite see the screen, you get the what the heck is she doing question. So nice solid mountain pose, right? Feel that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. You can separate the feet a little bit if you want. If you can, take knees to elbows or elbows to knees. That is not going to be for everybody. Take your left hand, drop that forearm across the knees, take the right arm up and breathe. Good. Change places. The right forearm goes on top of both knees. The left arm goes up. That's it. Release, hands to heart. Lift the chest, lengthen the tailbone. Chair pose. Big deep breath. Good. Don't over squeeze through here, Adriana. Exhale, hands come down. Soften your knees. Step back with your right foot. Grab your blocks as an option. Blocks are always nice, especially when they're pink. Good. Your back knee is either going to be up or down on this one. Let's start with a lunge. So come on up, hands to knee. Curl the pelvis in. Take the arms up. Find your breath. You got it. Your right hand goes to your left knee. Your left arm goes back. Press through your back leg, everybody. This is a whole bunch of balance happening. So you got to make the back leg really strong. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both hands down. One hand, your right hand stays on the block as the left arm goes up. Power through the back leg, though. Big deep breath. Exhale it down. Set your blocks aside. Step back, down dog. Once again, pedal, pedal, pedal. Just shake it out, whatever your body needs to do. Maybe not Shavasana just yet. Plank pose. Find your breath. I know. Lower your knees. Come into that funky child's pose, not quite child's pose. Press back. And then slide through to Sphinx. Realize my blocks are going to be in my way. Take your left forearm parallel. Your right hand pushes you to the side. Stack. Lift the ribs away. See if you can find this funky tree. And breathe. Exhale, hands down. Come back to Sphinx. Switch sides. The right hand goes parallel. The left hand gets you over to your side. The legs get active. The hips are level. That foot slides up. The hand comes up. The ribs move away from the floor. Exhale, hand down, legs straight, back to your belly. I know. Lower down. Push up to plank. The down dog. Find your breath. Look through your hands and step forward, right leg. Again, your blocks can come into play here. You're in a nice solid lunge. Your back knee is either up or down. Your hands come to your knee. Lift up. Find that. Take the arms up. Squeeze your back leg, everybody. Squeeze, squeeze. Your left hand comes to your right knee. Your right arm reaches back. Breathe, smile. You got this. Inhale up. Exhale down. Whew. Your left hand stays where it is. Your right arm pulls up that imaginary rope and then raises that arm up so that you can feel the line from your chest, from the center of your chest, all the way to your fingertips. Release that, hands down. When you're ready, you can keep your hands on your blocks, maybe walk the blocks forward a little bit. Step forward, left foot. Bend your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Roll your shoulders, shake it out, right? So how did that feel? Good, roll it out. We're gonna add one more thing. This is like synchronized swimming. We're gonna add just one more thing to it. Your blocks are where you can get to them. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair-ish pose. You can take the feet a little bit wider. Drop the elbows. So we're where we were just a second ago. Left arm, left forearm goes across your thighs. The right arm goes up. Breathe. I know. Find your pose. Exhale, hand down, switch sides. The right forearm goes down, the left arm reaches up. Don't overshoot your shoulder joints. Breathe. That arm comes down, the hands come to your heart. Stand up, reach up. Exhale all the way down. The left foot steps back. Find your lunge here, knee up, knee down, hands to knee, curl in through the belly, and then lift up through the chest and squeeze your little butt and take the arms up. Find your breath. So once again, hand to knee, other hand comes back. Listen up. One, you're here. Two, extend the front arm out so both arms are reaching in opposite directions. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Same thing, left hand stays on the mat or on your block. Right arm comes up. Press through your back leg, everybody. Breathe. Exhale down. Set the blocks aside. Downward facing dog. Find your breath. Plank pose. You know we got both sides, so this is the one half of the other side. Knees down. Press back. Deep breath in, everybody. Can you feel the life flow, the prana, right? The breath. Slide through. Come on down to your elbows. Whew. And breathe. And feel that. Take your left arm parallel. The right hand pushes you to your side. Pull the underside ribs up. Slide the leg where you can. Take the arm up. You can also take it, I forgot that part, to the inside knee. Breathe. Good. Then take that hand up, take it back to the floor, slide the leg straight. Come on to your belly. Just see, how's that feeling for you? And then switch sides. The right arm goes parallel. The left hand pushes. The feet flex. The belly tones. The ribs move up. The knee bends. Whew. The arm can either go up to the ceiling or to the inside knee, and you are feeling super strong and pretty coordinated at this moment to hold all of this in one plane. Hand back to the floor, leg goes straight, belly comes back down, lower all the way down. Bend one or both knees. Find your breath. We got one more side. Can't forget. All right, that's enough rest for everybody. Press up to plank and downward facing dog. Oh, shake it all out, everybody. Step forward with your left leg. Bring your blocks back into play. You can lower your knee. Always remember that. Find that solid lunge. Your hands come to your knee. We lift the chest. It's kind of an interesting thing, right? I say it rather quickly, but when you come up, if you can pull the belly in, woo, and then lift, right? Then we find that little bit deeper pose. Reach the arms up. Your right hand goes to your left thigh. The left arm goes back. Push through the back leg. It's almost like I try to press the heel back to the floor. One, you're here. Two, the front arm extends out. Breathe. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both hands down. Your right hand stays on your block. The left arm reaches up. Big deep breath. Find your pose, everybody. Lower that hand down. Slide your blocks out of the way. Down dog. Use your breath. Plank pose. Lower the knees. Bring the hips back any amount that you can. Stretch through that body. Slide onto your bellies. We are almost done. Breathe. Your left, let's see, your right arm goes parallel. We'll go the other way. Hand to the floor. Turn onto your side. Flex your feet. Listen up. Either you're bringing that leg up, either on the thigh or in front or in back of it. Your hand goes out, or you're grabbing that foot and taking it up to the ceiling. Pull the bottom ribs in. I just realized mine were sinking down. Bend that knee if the leg's straight. Stack legs onto your belly. We're almost done. Parallel the left side. Pull the ribs in. Find your breath. Slide the leg either here or up. Pull the ribs in. Lower. Belly. Lower down, but then push up, everybody. Come on to down dog. I know. I felt the strong pull of a rest there, but I think we're okay. And then look through your hands, step forward, right leg, step forward, left leg, bend your knees, hands come to your knees, and come on up. Good, shake it out. Right? So it's like, oh yeah, there was so much going on there. A little bit of help from my friend Deb. I always give her props. She was playing with some of that and I borrowed it. I borrowed some of her moves and changed them. So take your feet wide, bend the knees, and just pause here, right? So what do we do, right? It's not this belly dump, not here. It's here, the tailbone wraps down. The challenge here is when we drop the tailbone, it'll tend to bring the whole weight, our whole center forward. So how do we keep the center back? Right hip, shoulders, right here with the knees pointing toward the toes and nice and aligned. Good. If you can, come down with your, I'll mirror here, come down with your right elbow. Inhale, reach the left arm up and take it over your ear. By the way, you can come out of squat if your body's going really seriously, Mary. Good. I want you, if you can, stay in squat, both arms up, hold the beach ball. Go to the other side, forearm to thigh. I know, I feel my legs too, so we're all good. And both up, Listen up. This time, instead of forearm, it's hand to inside knee. Just stretch and center. Exhale, other side. So a little more core work to hold us. And center, straighten it up. Whew. And let go. Heel toe in a little bit. Whew. Shake out those hips. You're just going to take one arm into a cactus pose. And breathe. And you're going to take that elbow all the way across and you're going to look that way. So if this were my right elbow, now I'm facing the left and I'm looking left. If you feel any torque in that same side knee, just pivot the foot, okay? If you don't have to pivot so much. And then stay with the same side, elbow bent, and look as far that way as you can. Elbow goes back as far as it can for you without overdoing it. And center. It's like you're sliding across the table. And breathe. And center, go out. Just feel the stretch. Where is it for you? Center, last one here. And center, open. Breathe. And come back to center and release. You might have noticed that by the third time, you got a little bit more opening. So just something to think about. All right, same thing, other side. Nice bent elbow. The other hand can do whatever it wants to do. I want you to open, open, open. Breathe. Remember, pivot if you need to. And then slowly come through center and go the other way, pivot if you need to, or change the angle of your feet. And center, open. And center, and close. Think about everything that is happening in this simple, simple move. The oxygen getting to the lungs, the spine, good, and close. The stretch and contraction of the shoulders and let go. Good. Roll it out, everybody. And then a simple forward fold. Nice deep hinge from the hips. If you need your blocks here, you can take your blocks in front of you. Allow the head to drop. And breathe. Only if you want. If you feel really sturdy here, you can just grab your big toes with your peace fingers instead of the hands to the floor. But again, don't overdo it. Don't go deep, too deep. And breathe. And then if you're holding on to your toes, release, walk your hands forward. It's like a wide leg full, down dog. Keep your heels of your feet on the floor. Press through the fingers. Stretch that body long. And then walk the hands back, heel toe in, everyone. Ooh, bend your knees, hands to knees. Come on up. Ooh, right? Yeah, so good stuff. Good stuff all around. You're going to take one block to the outside of your left foot, I guess. Depending on, I'm always get confused when I mirror. I know how it is to be straightforward, but when I'm doing side work on the mat, it's always confusing. So left foot forward for me, right foot back, warrior two, simple, simple. Engage the belly, open the arms up. And then see if you can line that front knee, front ankle, and keep the torso in the center line. Good. Belly tones, the back glute is active. You're going to take this back hand and you're going to reach around a ball and you're going to grab a rope and you're going to pull it back and extend out. Good. Reach around and pull and extend. Good. One more here. Reach, pull, and extend. Reach, hold, palms face each other. If you can, pivot on the back foot. I know that's the tricky part. You're going to take the left hand, same side as your front leg, pull it back and extend. Hold here. Breathe. Reach that hand forward. Release your hands to your hips and step forward. Whew. Tricky stuff. Soften the knees and step back with your other foot. Let's come into warrior on that side. Front knee bent, belly toned in. We're moving the front hip away from the front thigh, the glutes active. Arms go out. Big deep breath. I realize I'm going to be too close to the wall. So bring your back arm forward and pull it back on purpose and extend back out again. Reach forward, pull and extend. Last one, pull, reach back, extend out. Feel fingertip to fingertip. Feel chest, one side of the chest to the other, one collarbone to the other. Take the back hand, reach it forward, turn the palms forward, pivot on your back foot, breathe. The left hand stays forward, the right hand pulls back and then extends back. And we're in this crazy wild lunge, twist thing. Breathe. Inhale, both arms up. I know that was a lot. Exhale, move your block out of the way that we didn't use. Step back and breathe. And then step forward with your left foot. Bring that block back over. Turn your back foot to the side position. Take your left hand to your left knee. Come on up, warrior two. Find that thing, right? That thing, that move that keeps you from being here in warrior instead of here. Take your forearm to your thigh. Take your back hand down. And then see if you can drop into the legs a little bit. Keep the pinky side of your back foot planted. Breathe. Take your top arm up to the ceiling. Extended side angle. And breathe. Come up to warrior. We're almost done with this. I know it's a lot of leg stuff for a chest opening class. This time, either it's forearm or it's hand. Take the arm up. Lot more work here. Warrior two, almost done. It's either forearm or hand or block outside your ankle and arm up. Each time we took it down just a little bit lower and up. Whoo, straighten that front leg and heel toe in. That was a whole bunch, right? On one leg. We're strong. Shake it out. Take that block outside the other ankle and step back into a warrior two lineup, the warrior two position. Move that front body back over the hips, arms out. Front forearm to front thigh, palm is face up. The other arm just goes straight up. Palm up is the energy of receiving. You've heard me say that if you've taken some of my classes. Receiving all good things in life. Come on up, warrior two. Second choice, inside the knee. Have to work a lot harder. Take it up. Third choice, take it to the outside block. Take the other arm up. Push through your back leg, everybody. Push up. Straighten that leg. Turn your toes. Come on down. Forward fold. Whew. And breathe. I know a lot of twists today. Sorry about that. And then heel toe in. Bend your knees, lift up, come all the way to standing. Good. Shake it out. Just moving that out of my way. So, balance pose here. Maybe you're near a wall. Wall's always a beautiful thing. We're going to do two different balance poses. And the first one is going to be a simple tree pose that we maybe modify a little bit. So find your pose. Find that mountain pose. Find a spot that you can focus on, your focus, your driste, and then shift into one leg, turn the other leg out, and come into your tree pose, right? Your tree pose may be foot high, foot low, foot toe on the floor. Squeeze into your standing hip, take your hands to your heart. So one, you're here. Two, the same bent knee side, you take your hand to the inside knee, you take the other arm out at a bit of a diagonal, and breathe. Get really tall, everybody. Hands to heart. Bring the knee forward, shake it out. So I always find it interesting. You're here or you're here, but as soon as you do this, we throw off the center line enough to make it a bit more challenging. All right, so we're going to go to the other side. Remember, fingertip to a wall. Beautiful thing. So come into your tree pose on the other side. Ooh, get tall in the standing leg. The hands come to the heart. Find your balance. Big deep breath. So one, you're here. Two, the hand comes to the inner knee. The other arm goes out at a diagonal. That will help your balance. Squeeze. Hands to heart. Whoop. And release. Shake it out. Grab your strap. So that was our first balance pose. And if you want to stay with that for a second round, that's awesome, because that is a tricky little booger, right? Otherwise, you're going to loop that first foot, not loop it, but just put the strap around it and then reach down enough to lift the foot up and find your balance. Hold on fairly close to the foot and see if you can extend out and take one limb one way and the arm the other way. And breathe. Oh, I don't like the strap. Strap is really nice if you can't reach your foot and you want to try to extend. Breathe. And bend the knee and let go. So I should have explained that initially. I like the strap for extending. It basically extends the length of your arms so that you're not overreaching for the foot. So either strap the other foot, stand tall, shift, bend, either grab your toe, your shin, your strap, and extend out and take one limb one way, and one limb the other way. And breathe. And release. And shake it out. Good. Set your strap aside, everybody. I know, right? So, good stuff. All the way around. Inhale, take it up. Exhale all the way down. Step back to down dog. Shake everything out. How are we doing on time? Good. And then lower down to your knees. You're actually going to come to a seat. Isn't that nice, right? This is how we usually start our classes, not how we end them. And find the seat that works for you. If you want to sit on blocks, more of a hero pose, that will work too. Roll the shoulders back and find that same posture where the tailbone is heavy, but the chest is lifted. The shoulders are square at the side of the body. The head moves back in space, probably the hardest part. Breathe. And take one arm into cactus. So we were here already. You're going to take it out to the side. The other hand, by the way, is just going to, like we've been doing this whole hand to knee thing all through class. Forward or back is okay with me, but it's going to be a gentle pivot point as you twist, whew, and breathe. And notice where you feel this, right? So Adriana, I would draw that shoulder blade down. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting, do you feel that difference? Yeah, maybe. So it's kind of an interesting thing. So if everybody come on back, release for a second. If we're here and we over drop in, it could get real pinchy, right? So instead, we want to pull the shoulder back, but keep this down and imagine the whole shoulder blade going into the back instead of just the point of the shoulder blade. Just see. I mean, that's one observation. So we take it back, we turn to that side, we try to draw the center of that shoulder blade into the back instead of the bottom point. And breathe and notice, and then take the other arm out the other way, straight arm for the other one. Yep, we're air traffic controllers, we're on the ground. Come this way, no. And center, whoo, right? Talk about a stretch. Other side, the elbows bent. We take it out to the side. There's no twist involved there. Then we start to move with the spine, and then we go, okay, what's actually happening here? Is the shoulder blade starting to pinch? And a lot of times it's the hand goes back and the elbow comes forward. So we just find that one on that side and we keep the spine really lifted. And then we just take the other arm out. Whew, and breathe. Watch for tension in the head, neck. And release. Whew, and roll it out. Last one here. Both arms in the cactus. Both arms go out. Both shoulder blades. It's like, imagine if I had my hands on your back on both shoulder blades and I'm pushing both shoulder blades in toward the front of the chest. And see if that makes sense to you. It's almost like this movement instead of the arms going back further. And then imagine somebody has your elbows and they're pulling them out to the sides. And breathe. And then I might take the elbows back another inch. But if the chest drops, then I've gone too far. And then the arms come out, palms are forward. Breathe. I'm still pressing the middle of those shoulder blades forward. And then I'm just going to reach behind, interlace. Press the fingers to the floor, the knuckles to the floor. And breathe. Bring the head back in space. Draw the shoulders down. And release. Yes. And maybe you walk your hands forward a little bit and your glutes sit back. Some of you I know can come on down, all the way down and just fold over your legs. Take a nice deep breath. Good. And then come on up. Nice job, everybody. Whew. Bring your feet to the front of your mat. I'm going to do just a couple of things. Let me make sure I got time. Yep. So one, have your block with you. We'll grab our blanket next. And come on down to your back. Keep your block with you. Whew. And just pause. I know we haven't had a lot of rest time today, so let's take a moment to find that. You're even on your pelvis, your sacrum, the hips feel nice and level. Take the block at its widest width. The palms are holding on to either short end of your block. And take the block up to the ceiling, drop the shoulders back down, and allow the block to go overhead. If it reaches the floor, great. If it doesn't, just take it part way. And take it up and bring it down to your thighs. Inhale up, exhale over, inhale up and down. Good, just one more here. Take it up, take it over, and up and back down. And then take the block up to the ceiling. Bend your knees, hold the knees at a 90-degree angle, watch your back. You're going to tap your heels as the arms go overhead. And then you're going to tap the block to the knees. And reach out and in and out. Go slow and in. Your feet do not have to come all the way down. In. Take it out. And in. We got 4 left, everybody. And out. In. Focus. Out. In. Last one. Slow. Out. And in. And release. You can bring your knees to your chest. You can just let that block rest on your chest. And then grab your block same way. Take it up to the ceiling. Take both legs up to the ceiling. Now listen up. If you would rather stay with knees bent, we are not lowering our feet all the way to the floor. The other thing is you can let go of the block and support underneath your hips. So the shoulders drop back down. The block's going to go about 1/3 of the way back. Arms are straight. One leg is going to drop. Not all the way to the floor. And everything up. Other leg lowers. It hovers. The block is hovering. And up. Switch. And up. Switch. And up. Good. Last one. Switch. Last one on this side. And switch. Breathe. And up. Good job, everybody. Block goes down to your belly. Your knees come to your chest. You're going to roll the block, just set the block aside, roll up to your seat, heels to the floor. Good. Lift the feet, cross the ankles. Find your breath. You're going to take one hand, go across the knee, and open up. Last one here. Breathe. Come to center and switch. Center. See if you can reach the arms and release fully. Holy moly, right? Shake it out. We're not kidding around here today. Grab your block, take it at the most narrow setting, just lean back. Give your block a good squeeze. Don't hold your breath. A lot of times when we squeeze like the block, we hold our breath, which I always find funny. Breathe. And let go of the squeeze. Take that block to the second width. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze your block. It's a beautiful day. And breathe. and release. Go to the widest setting, adjust your feet accordingly. You can all see that block is sitting there. And squeeze your block. Listen up. You're just going to lift your feet and drop the toes. You're still squeezing your block, by the way, and lower. 3, 4, 5, just 5 more. 4, 3, go to your full range here, and 2, and 1. Good. Squeeze the block good and hard, and release it. Set your block aside. You're going to need your blanket. I'm just going to put my shirt back on because we're in the get down on the floor and really cool down phase. And it's going to get chilly in here. You're going to take your blanket and open it up from its normal and just fold it 2 times so that you have a little burrito. And then you're going to set that blanket on your mat. Have a block near you, okay? And lay down so that your head is fully supported on your blanket, but you're not doing a big back bend. In fact, I'm scooting my hips away from the blanket so that I don't go into a low back bend. Options: if your blanket's just not long enough, you can take a block underneath your sacrum. For me, it's a little high. It kind of throws me off a little bit. Or you can take a block up at your head. But so the big thing here is not to take your low back into a back bend. So the bottom of my blanket is at the base of my ribs. And then take the arms out to cactus. Try not to tuck or overlift your chin. Just keep it relatively neutral. And find your breath. And if you're okay here and you're comfortable, I want you to straighten the legs, but keep them wide, wide-ish. And breathe. And then bring the arms together, still in cactus pose. So squeeze them at the center of your chest. And then open them back up again. And squeeze them center and open. Squeeze together. Inhale as you open. Last one. Squeeze and hold. Palms together, hands together, elbows together, and open. Just pause here, just breathe. If you can, in this position, I want you to grab a block, bend your knees, grab that block between your feet, and take the legs to Baddha Konasana. So I have the block between my feet at the widest level, and then I'm just going to drop the sides of my feet onto the block. If all you feel is your lower back, scoot down more. If you still only feel your lower back, then straighten the legs. Because you got to get a real good length on the tailbone here. The palms are down beside you. The breath is nice and deep. That's it. Just breathe, everybody. Soften the jaw. Relax through your head and your neck. Just a couple more breaths in this position. And then bring your knees together. You can just scoot your block out of the way unless you want it underneath your knees. You're going to scoot down your blanket just a little bit. And then take the top end of your blanket and fold it under. You're basically just making a pillow. So you're folding it under, your head raises up a little bit. I want you to see how that feels. This is your Shavasana. So if that feels yucky on the blanket with your head propped up a little bit, then take it out from under you. And once you find the spot that feels really good to you, you're going to just let go. Let the eyes close, let the jaw soften. Let the heart open. Let the guard come down. And feel the breath that much freer. Allow the breath to flow through you. Soften down even more. Let go of anything else you are holding on to. And for those of you who are ready, go ahead and Start to bend your knees. If you feel balanced, bring your knees to your chest while you're still on the blanket if you are. And if you're not, just bring knees to chest. And then carefully roll to one side. And as you're ready, press up. Come to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart here. And feel the love that emanates from your heart. Feel the compassion, the empathy, the forgiveness, the understanding. It's all there. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks so much, everybody.